Hey, hi guys. So this video is a reaction video on the recently happened Apple event. So Apple just recently launched uh, two chips, two Apple silicons, namely Apple M1 Pro and Apple M1 Max. So Apple has released other products and uh, accessories also, but I will be talking about these two things only. So Apple has released these two chips in Apple MacBook Pros, two variants. One is 16 inches and one is 14 inches. Okay, both are compatible with both the chips launched, which is Pro and Max. So before telling you about what these two releasing of these two chips will mean in the industry, before talking about that, I would like to set out a context about what Apple M1 actually means, or means to the industry overall. So Apple last year released in the last to last event, I guess, released Apple M1 chip. So this so other industries, I mean other competitors, are using CISC based architecture in their CPUs. So CISC stand for complex instruction set computing. Okay, in this architecture, uh, any given CPU is given a complex set of instructions, will take more time, more power, but will do a larger part of work. And in and there's another architecture for computing the instructions. That architecture is known as a RISC based architecture, that is RISC, so reduced instruction set computing. In this architecture, any given CPU will take simpler instructions, will take less power, and will do less amount of work, but again in a less time. So main usage of RISC architecture was in mobile computing, and main uses of CISC architecture was in PC based applications, PC based processors, and use cases. For example, any computer would use a CISC based architecture. uh, if you pick any uh, any processors based on Intel processors, or Intel laptops. I mean, other PCs which use Intel CPUs, they will use CISC based architecture. Whereas RISC was mainly used by mobile computing companies, or mobile phones, or small devices, small electronic devices or gadgets. They usually used RISC based architecture. So that's the main context of it. So what happened over the year is, Apple used to manufacture only the devices. Example, mobile devices, uh, computers and whatnot. They were into both the worlds. But for their mobile, they were using RISC. But for their computers, they were using CISC. So they were earlier they were in conjunction with. They were releasing their products with Intel. So Intel CPUs. But uh, with this M1 chip, which recently launched, I mean last year was launched, what Apple did is, it made its own CPU, which they usually call it as a silicon, Apple Silicon. So this Apple Silicon, which was named as Apple M1, uh, is basically a RISC-based architecture device, which uses less power, which will, but over the periods of their let's say R&D with RISC based devices, I mean RISC based architecture, which again Apple carried out on their iPhones and whatnot. So their mobile chips were also becoming powerful, but it became so powerful that they improved this RISC architecture computing so much that they've launched their own CPU, that too uh, on a RISC architecture. And what best thing that they done with this is, they not only use this M1 chip in their mobile devices, for example iPad, iPhones, I mean not iPhones, iPad mainly. So again, they should be termed as, or must be termed as, mobile devices only, because they have that not that much computing power hungry devices. But yeah, Apple released this M1 chip not only in their mobile devices, mobile world, but they released it into PC world also. So what happened is, the industry which was using CISC based computing architecture in the CPUs in the PC world now has seen the shift of a mobile chip coming into the PC world. So what that meant was a very less power hungry device. I'd say a very power efficient device, helping in computing complex, helping in carrying out greater performance workloads at a less power expense, was a treat to the eyes, was a first ever happening event in the history, experienced by a lot, and that's what disrupted the technology industry. So more power, more performance at less power, that was the main thing of Apple M1, which was released last year. And now, coming to this Apple event, Apple has released two Apple M1 successors named Pro and Max. But this time they had brought what was missing earlier, and which is graphics performance. So previously M1 was missing graphics performance chips. Graphic performance was missing in the M1 chip, but now they have introduced it in their latest lineups of M1 chips. And OMG, this is what my reaction is. It's like they have broken the industry again. So any industry which requires graphics computing, graphics performance, for that matter, any profession which requires graphic performance will definitely look out, will definitely want to have these performance chips. These chips which have again computing performance better than the M1, which again industry has not yet been able to chase, is currently in the chase for M1 performance. But now these chips has not only brought the performance which is again higher than the M1, but they have brought the graphics performance as well, which is at least 2.5 times to 3 times. So this is the range. Minimum is 2.5 times, and max I have seen in their event as, let's say, 3 times. So that much of more power than the previously maxed out MacBook Pro, having a Radeon graphics card model, I think 5600M. Whatever the best Radeon graphics card the previously used previously MacBook Pro used to have, as compared to that particular device, these chips are going to give 2.5 times to 3 times the performance of that. So any graphics hungry industry or any graphics demanding task or profession will want to have this M1 Max and M1 Pro, these lineups. The difference here is, between these two chips are again obviously of the price. So M1 Pro comes with M1 Pro MacBooks, whatever are having the M1 Pro. You can check out the prices basically, but what I have seen in the event is M1 Pro will be having a price tag of $1,999, and M1 Max will have a price tag of $2,400, and that's insane. That is nuts. That's crazy. So I'm blown apart. It's like whatever change this thing will bring is awesome. And secondly, graphics industry, the industry as in graphics card manufacturers have to look out for Apple. x86 CISC based architecture companies have I mean, have already started looking out for Apple since M1, uh, will now have no way out. uh, I mean, I don't want to think about what they are going through right now. But Apple is the king. Apple is at that peak right now, and I'm not even talking about whatever other things they are offering apart from their, from their devices. I'm just talking about these two chips. They're king. They are king. Try to beat them. That's what they are saying to the technological industry competitors. Like, just try. It's like, if you are into animes, it's like uh, Goku. I mean, the difference between Goku and Yamcha. Okay, bye bye.